I added a stock market to my indie game, but why? This video is sponsored by Future, but more on that later. I'm using this stock market type feature to kind of reference a bigger or more philosophical point of this devlog, which is sometimes you gotta work on the fun stuff. Now, what do I actually mean by that? As with any side project, whether you're building a video game, working on a new social media platform, or even just building a table, there are going to be parts you like and parts you don't like, which is totally natural. You may enjoy a hobby, but not every single aspect of it. For example, I love snowboarding, but I absolutely hate getting off the ski lift because I look like a fool every time. And with game development, as I mentioned in previous devlogs, there are so many aspects, whether it's art, music, design, or programming. For me, I really don't enjoy creating art, but rather much prefer the programming and design side. But even within the programming side, some days I don't really feel like integrating some obscure backend system to organize quests, but would rather just work on the environment or something. Which brings me to the stock market feature. I'm gonna be honest, this feature is not needed at all for an MVP or demo, but it was one of those fun things that I just felt like I needed to work on to help avoid burnout. It's all about balancing the fun stuff that might not be required with the less fun stuff that is definitely required. So my theory behind the system is that some players, and maybe even you, like a more economic side to a video game. Whether you like absolute financial dominance in a game like Total War or Civ, or looking for arbitrage opportunities in World of Warcraft or EVE. The mercenary contract market is part of that economic gameplay in my game. For those potentially new to the channel, I'm working on a 2D pixel art game called Muster, where you journey through different stages, recruiting soldiers for your army. There are a bunch of different ways, including quests, gathering materials, persuasion, fighting monsters, puzzles, and hiring mercenaries. And that's where this market comes into play. Right now, it's relatively rudimentary, with price changes moving randomly within a specific range based on probabilities. But I plan to make it where your in-game actions can actually affect the mercenary contracts in the market, which will hopefully create a whole new type of gameplay around finding ways to decrease the mercenary market so much that you can hire a bunch of them on the cheap. So here is a quick tech demo to provide a bit more context. So let's say the mercenaries in our lovely village here are usually hired to slay some of these cute, nasty slimes. Well, if we went and took care of that, suddenly the mercenaries are struggling for work and will work for less. So with these slimes, I've programmed that each slime has a 1% effect on the market during each kind of simulation run, meaning mercenary contract prices will have the chance of decreasing by 1% extra for every slime, as well as actually decrease 1% more or increase 1% less. But again, this system is not meant to be for everyone, and definitely can be ignored if you want to take a different route through the gameplay. I actually originally got this idea from hearing about certain types of real-world stock market type bars where the price of a drink is algorithmically determined by its popularity, with the more popular drinks being more expensive and less popular drinks being less expensive. And I thought a similar system might be fun to try and implement. But again, this was just one of those features. It was just something fun I wanted to work on to kind of spruce up the less exciting backend systems I also need to work on. So let me know what you guys think and what actions you think should affect this mercenary contract market. I'm also curious on what you guys kind of do to help avoid burnout, because that's one major thing on working on a prolonged side project that I've really noticed. One of the main hurdles is really just trying to keep working on it and avoiding the burnout or the call to do something else or start a new project. Also comment down below any general suggestions for video game development and design, as I'm still pretty new. I want to quickly mention this video's sponsor, Future. Listen, as a hobbyist game dev and tech worker, it can be hard to stay active, which is where Future can help. Future is a fitness app that pairs you with your own highly credentialed personal trainer who will build you custom workouts you can complete on your own time. It's basically like having your own personal trainer in your living room. When you sign up, you'll have a video call with your trainer who will design a fitness plan that's unique to you. Future's trainers are equipment agnostic, which means that you can do bodyweight workouts at home, which I'm personally a huge fan of, or if you choose to go to the gym, the coach will build it into your plan. You and your trainer will work together to achieve your fitness goals. And let's say you start to get a little bit bored with your plan, that happens. I get bored with a lot of workouts, it's good to switch things up. your coach will be right there to help you switch up and make sure that you stay with it. Future's trainers have trained everyone from professional athletes to working professionals. No matter your level, your trainer meets you where you're at. If you want to hit your fitness goals, then I have a special offer. Using my link in the description below, you can get your first month with a Future personal trainer for just $19. Go to tryfuture.co/Marcella to get started. Again, you can find the link in the description or use this QR code. Thank you to Future for supporting the channel. Hey, thanks so much for sticking to the end. We make game development, computer science, sometimes college advice, and career advice on this channel. If any of that does sound interesting, consider subscribing. Like this good old video to help your boy out with the infamous YouTube algorithm. Thank you again to Future for supporting the channel. Again, you can find that link in the description below. Let me know what types of videos you guys want to see. I was thinking about potentially streaming, so let me know if that seems like something that would be fun. I don't know how entertaining I'd really be on a live stream, to be honest. It seems like kind of draining a little bit, you know? Comment down below any tips or general suggestions for the game. I'm always looking for new ideas. My name is Michael. We do bad British accents at the end of every video. Check out my previous video on my previous self would thank you dearly, and check out one of my future videos and my future self would also thank you dearly. That's all from me. Hopefully I see you in another one. Bye-bye.